Good morning. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new, my name is Angela. I upload every Saturday to help you with your weight loss struggles, especially if you suffer from binge eating disorder and or you do bright line eating. This is just a very quick YouTube live that I felt compelled to share because I was having a Marco Polo chat with one of my bright line eating buddies. If you don't know what Marco Polo is, I highly recommend it. It's a video chat app where you can record a video and then at their convenience, your friend can watch it. And so you can have a free subscription to Marco Polo. And I love it. It helps me keep in touch with my bright line eating community. I have a lot of friends that I check in with on bright line eating. This video came because I was explaining to her why I personally believe that God allowed me to struggle with binge eating disorder and food addiction and just weight loss struggles my entire life. I'll be honest, I don't know if I've ever talked about this here on this channel before, but I felt that it's now the time to talk about it. So I apologize that hi Margaret, thank you so much, you're amazing, I love you. So I apologize, I literally am in my pajamas rolled out of bed, and it's Sunday. You know, I'm thinking about church, I'm getting ready to church. So I do have a disclaimer in my description box that I personally am Christian, but I would not want to impose my religious beliefs on others. I have so many friends who are not Christians or have different beliefs and just, you know, we don't see eye to eye, and that's totally okay. I accept any and all. So I first wanted to start with that disclaimer and just let everybody know that I am Christian. It's something I talk about freely here on my channel, but please don't feel that I'm trying to force or impose anything upon you. I just want to explain to you what I believe happened when I asked God 2 to 3 years ago, don't remember when, doesn't matter. I asked him, God, why do I have these struggles? Because you guys are going to feel that this is an arrogant thing to say, and I don't mean it arrogant at all, so please take it with a grain of salt. But I am one of those individuals that I'm an overachiever. I just am. When I do a job, I do it 110%. When I try a hobby, if I don't do it well, I kind of give it up. I'm one of those. You could call me one of those gifted and talented people. I was a gifted and talented student. Like, I catch on to things quickly, and if I don't, I'm like, oh, not for me. So sometimes I don't catch on to things quickly, and I just love it so much I keep doing it. Like, I'm a terrible crocheter, and I still do it because I really enjoy it. But most of the time, I become high level at the things that I'm good at, and I've always been very transparent about the things I am very good at and about the things I'm not good at. Like, I'm not that great of a cook. I'm just not. And I'll tell you that transparently. Like, please don't come to my house expecting a gourmet meal because it's not going to be that great. It's going to be okay. It's not going to be that great. I am a very good pianist. Like, I'm really good at piano. I am an exceptional public speaker. I'm really good at video editing. You don't see it here on my channel, but when I do videos for work, they are like, woo, because I was a TV reporter. I'm good at editing videos, things like that. So I was at work the other day. This was probably about 2 weeks ago, and I won't explain the work situation, but my coworker, like I said, something, like we were in a group chat or group meeting, like an in-person meeting, and I mentioned casually, because the circumstances warranted it, I was like, oh yeah, I'm a church organist and I've played for like 60 weddings. And my coworker looked at me and was like, well, of course you are. What don't you do? And I was so tickled because I do frequently get those comments, but I remember thinking to myself, I don't lose weight well and keep it off. Like, that is my struggle. Like, and I want to talk about that because let me tell you something. There have been many times in my life where I just was like, I would give up so many of my talents and abilities if I could just lose weight and keep it off. Because those of you who struggle with food, you know that weight loss, it's like the thing. It's like we can do all these other things so well and we can't lose weight and keep it off. And the problem with food addiction or food struggles is that our struggles are so visible. Everybody can see as soon as we meet them, the moment we meet them, they see that we struggle with food, because unless you offset your binge eating or food struggles with like compulsive exercise or bulimia, and God knows I would never, I've never struggled with those two, but I know that those struggles are just as big. The struggles that you have are so visible. Like, the moment you meet me, you see Angela is overweight. Angela struggles with food. Like, people can make a snap judgment and be like, she struggles. And I want y'all to understand the perspective that I'm coming from. For me in particular, it was particularly brutal because I did beauty pageants. I did Miss America pageants. Like, I was not in Miss America, but I competed in Miss Louisiana. And I've done like 30, 40 pageants, like the preliminary ones on the local level, and that's swimsuit competition. And I always would probably get like really low swimsuit scores because I have always struggled with weight. And I have also been a news anchor and a reporter, and that's your looks. And they try to pretend that TV news is not about the way you look, but it is. You and I both know that news is the way you look. And I've seen a change over the past couple of years where I'm seeing more size inclusivity in the TV industry, especially in what we call smaller markets, which is smaller towns. Because I hate to say it's not as competitive, but that's true. But in bigger markets, and I worked in a bigger market. My last TV station was in a top 50 market, which is, the most competitive. It's like you still have to be thin. Or if you're not thin, you're quote unquote just a reporter. You're not going to be a news anchor. And I genuinely believe that having weight struggles lowered my ability to earn and my ability to be promoted in TV news, which is unfortunate, but that's the way it is. If you choose to be in that industry, especially when I was in it, which was 10 years ago, it's like, how do you look? How do you appear on camera? Are you thin? And for me, that was brutal. So getting to the gist of this video, I prayed probably 2 to 3 years ago being like, hey God, why do I have this struggle? And the answer was as clear as day to me, which was that you are struggling so that you can help others, so that you can inspire others. And that was just like the game changer, because I have always dedicated my struggles to being transparent, and when I find something that helps me, I share it publicly here on my platform, here on YouTube. And so that's really the summary of what I believe was the answer when I prayed, why? And I really feel like here on my YouTube channel, I have helped others because I have struggled and found things that have helped me. So that's literally like the 20-second explanation in this 7-minute video explaining my struggles. And for me, it just kind of closed that loop. And I really pray, my personal prayer is that here on my channel, you will find some resources and some perspectives and tips and tricks that help you in your journey. And that is why my dedication is very strong. So I love you all so much. Please drop me a comment about your personal dedication, because I would love to hear it. And I'm wishing you the best in your weight loss journey. Bye for now.